So the dangers of multiple offers are, one, the excitement and the thrill of having the highest price, but two, the potential pitfall of what happens if that doesn't work out. And I'm gonna walk you through a couple of things that you've gotta make sure you're considering when you're in a multiple offer situation. The biggest trap that I see sellers falling into is looking just at the purchase price and trying to compete everybody against each other on price. And while yes, it is super important that we have the highest price for you, it's also even more important that you actually get to sell your home. And so the terms involved with that price is just as critical as the price itself. So when we first receive multiple offers, we're gonna set some expectations around what we're looking for within those offers. First, we are obviously going to look at the price, right? But then we're also going to take a look at the financing terms. You see, different types of financing can close different types of homes. And let's take, for example, a home that is VA financing. It is going to have much stricter guidelines around peeling paint, around roof condition, etc., than a conventional loan would. And unless you know all of the ins and outs of all these different loan products, it can be really challenging to compare them. So what I often do for my clients is have a conversation around which loan types are going to work for their property and what the strength is of those loan types. So assuming all loans are going to be able to close on your home, what makes them any different? One can be depending on the lender itself. I have had deals where a lender is completely unresponsive, and what we come to find out is that this lender hasn't actually pre-approved their buyer. So part of my job is to vet every single lender on those multiple offers and make sure that they have done their job correctly and making sure that buyer is actually able to purchase the home with the loan that they've said they can. So while we are going to compare purchase price, we're also going to now compare the loan types and how much each individual buyer has to put down. And then next, we're going to make sure that those individual loan types have enough to cover any appraisal gaps if we come to one. Because when we get into multiple offer situations, we often see the price start to escalate. And for a $500,000 house, this escalation could be $5,000, could be $100,000 like we were seeing back in 2021. Whatever that gap is, we still have to keep in mind that if it is a financed offer, there will be an appraisal, and we've got to make sure that that appraisal comes in correctly. Otherwise, we're back to square one and you haven't sold your home. So what we're looking for there is that in the case that this appraisal is low, the buyer is able to cover any difference. Sometimes buyers tell us that up front. Other times we just kind of have to hope for the best. And my job is to make sure that you understand those differences and are able to make the best decision on which offer is the best for you and your family. Another way to compare these offers is looking at the additional terms that they have. These could be inspections, these could be other due diligence periods, it could even be a home sale contingency. And so if you had an offer that was the highest and had really, really strong financing and maybe waived a home inspection, but still had a home sale contingency compared to an offer that has no home sale contingency, that is going to be a huge impact to you on whether or not your home actually closes, because there's no guarantee that their home, when it goes on the market, will close too. And then last on the list that I think people completely forget about oftentimes is what's considered a backup offer. So let's say we go through the process and we accept what we believe is the best possible offer. Most often, there is still a way for that buyer to potentially not buy your house. And even if that means that you get all of their earnest money, you still haven't sold your home and gotten to where your goal is. And so what we oftentimes look at is accepting what's considered a backup offer. It means we're going to take that second place offer and guarantee that they're able to purchase your home if the first place offer falls through for whatever reason. That's often the best way to secure the momentum that we had when we first came on the market and got those multiple offers and have a second place just in case we need it. When you are in a multiple offer situation, the danger that lies there is that you're going to have all of this energy around your home. I'm able to negotiate and get that price point and the terms as good as you possibly can get. But then if something happens to the offer you accept and it all falls apart, and we have to go back on the market, the likelihood of us doing that again is very, very low. The momentum that we had from day one is not going to be the same as if we have to come back on the market, because everybody now sees your home and goes, what's wrong? Why did it come back? So my job is to make sure that you get the best possible price, the best possible terms, and the backup plans to make sure you don't have any issues with actually getting your home sold. If you have more questions about selling your home and you think you might be in a multiple offer situation, or maybe you're curious how you can get yourself into a multiple offer situation, feel free to reach out to me directly. I would love to be your resource for that.